Hi, Maddi here. Seems we're nearing the anniversary of the beginning of Maddi Chronicles. I can't believe it's already almost been a year, so to celebrate this, I thought I'd make a very special video. Since I can't really make an animation right now because I'm busy with making the new season, stay tuned for that, I guess. I thought I'd make a tutorial on how I make my episodes. A little sneak peek of behind the scenes. Starting from script all the way to uploading. I thought maybe if I made this video, it'd inspire or, help somebody else out make their own independent project. And when I say independent, I mean fully independent. I make everything in this show. Well, besides, I guess, music, but, Here are the core parts of my process of making an episode. Writing, audio, the actual visuals, thumbnail, and upload. I'll be going through the behind the scenes for all these things, starting with... Okay, when it comes to writing the actual episode, I use the Notes app. Also, heads up for everything, I use my phone for my entire process. Yes, I'm a phone animator. So, sorry Android users, I guess you gotta off yourselves. Here's the actual, notes doc that I used for season 1. This is, my little, basis for the actual show. They were clones of each other that were born in different times, and they all have beef with each other. That's just the basic rundown of the show. And here's the writing for Maddi Chronicles 2. I never actually wrote full-on dialogue for scripting, at least not in the beginning. I just do basic outline bullet points and just go with the flow when it came to audio, which we will get to. There's a lot of dialogue changes within the show. For example, this scene. This is where 555 and 666 first met. So I built one of these. But why now? Enough of that. I'll explain later. First, let's get into your house. Also, eat this. Before 555 could think, she swallowed it. Then suddenly, 555 passed out. One of these. It's a tracker. All my clones. But why are you trying to find me now? No time to explain. Just eat this. What the... So for most of my work progress, a lot of it is also improvised. There was never really a story that I planned ahead with, at least for the first half of the season. After a while, I actually did plan the rest of the season from beginning to end. As I went along with the series, I actually, improved with it. So just a tip for future people that want to make this stuff, don't really be stressed out about making it good the first couple episodes, because at the end of the day, you're gonna hate it after a while. So just go for it. At this point in the document for the YouTube lore, I actually started writing backstories, so we're gonna skip this section. So yeah, avoiding spoilers. Also, when writing on this document, I'd put small details down 666 having ADHD, and I'd write small reminders saying don't forget, these characters are so linked, don't put plot holes. But yeah, that was usually my writing process. I'd write down bullets and just meanings of things in episodes. Now on to... When it comes to audio, it's one of the most important things in my process. You see, I don't make storyboards. I know, kind of crazy when you're making a whole TV show, but I rely on the audio to know what I'm supposed to do next. How I do my audio is I put it into CapCut. So first I record my line. Whoa there, buddy. Taking from what I'd put in my notes. I'll fix the audio up, by doing the reduced noise thing because I don't officially have a microphone, so bleh. Then I'll choose the music for the scene because I don't like how my voice sounds without music, if I'm gonna be so honest with you. So I'll choose from one of my audios. Music is actually super important to the episodes. Whoa there, buddy. So yeah, I'll add the music. Whoa there, buddy. I'll adjust the music to make sure it works well with the scene. And I'll add sound effects. They just work. Then at the end, I'll overview the audio. Whoa there, buddy. Whoa there, buddy. Yes, great stuff. But yeah, I'll use the audio as my eyes, since I do it first before I actually do the process of the art. Speaking of which, I actually put a lot of pressure on the visuals of my series. I take a lot of inspiration from cinematographies from other shows, like for example, Euphoria, Chainsaw Man. There's a lot of inspirations that go into this show. Am I saying it's on par as them? Yeah, hell no. Especially the earlier seasons, good god. But then again, these are also scenes that are unstoryboarded and kind of like on the spot. So first I make a new canvas, and usually when I make a canvas, I usually use the 9/16. That's just like the size for like most animations, so. First I make my sketch. I use the pen fade. Oh yeah, this is all made on Ibis Paint, by the way. And while making my sketch, I use the usual circle with lines in it, neck, yeah. Sometimes I won't even use sketches, I'll just go straight to the art, but for right now, let's get sketchy. After the sketch, I'll start my process of the line art. Before I do that, I turn on the opacity of the sketch, which you know, usually what artists do. I use a regular pen for my line art. Again, you don't have to follow this one to one, but this is just my process. So with that, the line art is done. Now on to the colors. Nothing really fancy with the colors, but when it comes to color choices, I actually have a tab on the side for all the main colors I use. When it comes to shading, I really pride myself on it, even though I use a pretty simple method. It really all depends on like the atmosphere. What I'll do is I'll put on color burn, and for this example, we'll use a warm like sunsetty atmosphere. I'll put like a mute orange down and just start like coloring where I'd like the shading would be. It's a pretty simple method, but it does look pretty polished and really nice, and it's just, you know, it makes the process easier since I have to make like 2 million keyframes. Here's like some examples of when I've used this. I'll also do simple like traditional shading too sometimes. It really does just depend on the atmosphere. I was thinking of adding an atmosphere, like a background, but I'm gonna be so honest with you, I'm too lazy for that. This is just a tutorial. But if you want like a background tutorial, you could, you know, ask for it. I could do like a full video on it. But you know, who's asking? With that, frame 1 is complete. So now I add it to my file with my audio. I'll shrink it down so it could be a 0.2 of the actual like animation. Now for the next frame. A trick I use is I use the magic wand tool and I just slightly move the character. I don't even like, you know, redraw the animation frame by frame. I know this might be considered cheating, but I have to get like 13-minute animations done, so I think I'll live. I repeat this process a bit and then I add it to the file again. I check if it works out with the audio as well. Whoa! There'll be points where like it looks a little bit awkward, but that's just the animation process. Whoa! Again, when first starting out, it's gonna look a bit awkward, so just, you know, go with the flow. Sometimes in my animations, I'll do a smear frame, which is just where I want to do an action that's like really fast. So I'll just warp the body with the magic wand tool. Again, the magic wand tool is like my best friend when it comes to animation. Now when I do want to do frame by frame, I just trace the image. I know it's shocking, but I'll just do the next keyframe over and just use the magic wand tool again to just move it. I then add my new remaining frames to the animation. This process is the easiest because it's literally just copy, paste, type in, you know, the easy stuff. Whoa there. I don't usually like lip sync, but for this I will. I usually don't lip sync just because it makes the process easier if I just do like the odd ones out type of method where I just go open mouth, closed mouth. This is also known as the anime method, but what they do is they do the audio after the animation, so. Whoa there, buddy. Yeah, I have to listen to like my audios all the time just to see if it works right. And after a few more tweaks, we have. Whoa there, buddy. And that small animation itself took me an hour. These animations are really hard to make, so I thank you for all your support. Now on to one of the easier things. Usually what I'll do is I'll just take a frame from the show and then edit it a bit. It takes less time and it means I can get my episode out quickly. I'll usually just take the frame that I put the most effort into in the show, or the one that's the most eye-catching. I also try to make the background solid color in the thumbnails just so they look uniform. Thumbnails are really important anyways, but they're really short to explain, so let's get to the last process. So for uploading, I'll do the same thing. I'll write Maddi Chronicles, then I'll do part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. And in the description, I'll just write this video is for people only of 13 plus. Since I'm not trying to get this video into the kids section. I'll also credit anything in the description if I need to. And that's pretty much it. I really want to say thanks for all the support I've gotten for my series. It hasn't struck gold yet, but I'm already seeing a lot of support coming in, and I'm really happy about that. It's always been my passion to make a series all by myself. And I also hope that I can help others be inspired to make their own series. I'll see you guys in season 2, which won't be coming anytime soon since I'm only 4 minutes into the animation. Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous team.